What's going on? Welcome to HDiiTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Tonight I will be doing overreaction. Week 12, I believe we just got past. Yeah, week 12. I will do overreaction. We will be featuring the Eagles and Bills since that was the game, and going to show you the reason why Jalen Hurts is not my MVP right now. That game had more to do with the Buffalo Bills losing it than winning it. Now, I got a gripe and everything this morning. I'm finna put the phone here. You know how we do it. I got to eat my early morning stuff, breakfast, and then I get back on now. Here's the gripe I'm having. Okay? I just got done watching an animated series, which was an adaptation of a video game, which is Castlevania. If you guys know, that has something to do with the Belmont, Dracula, the alucard, and all of that stuff, right? The show was great. The show was great. It didn't confuse the story. You basically got to the point in a lot of stuff that was going on. My thing is this. That show gets to 3.5 out of 4. I'm watching the new Castlevania Nocturne, which is pretty good to me. I like it. It go hard. So far. Now, my thing is this. Why can't we make our movies like this? Like, why can't we make our entertainment as good as this? Yeah, it's animated, but my opinion is some characters you might have to make animated. You might have to make some movies and some shows animated, which is okay. You could do an animated movie featuring like the comic book we got right now, Justice League and Justice League versus Godzilla. You could do something like that. You can make it an animated movie. It'll sell. Now, if you're trying to do a live action thing, you could do that as well, but it depends on your budget and what you're going to put into it. Plus, how are you going to sell the story? See, the problem is nobody knows how to sell the story when they're telling it. Some people may know the story. Some people may know what's going on from the person explaining it to them. But if they don't put it in a way for them to be not only intrigued by the story, but to follow the story, you're just blowing a bunch of hot air. A bunch of hot air. think these writers and a lot of these companies are having is that they want to be more agenda based. Like, they'll go out their way to point out that this character is homosexual. Me and Detroit T talked about this Monday, I believe it was. Yeah, Monday. Shout out to my dog. And we basically were saying, there's a gay character that's homosexual for some people who are slow, who don't know what gay is, who's been under a rock. The guy is funny as hell. He's a great, solid character in Invincible. He doesn't mess it up. He's cool. You're intrigued by listening to what he said. Like a boy came into their dorm room, and Invincible basically was like, man, I'm just gonna go. And he basically came and said, Mark, like, yo, you saw the sock on the door. Come on, what you think I wanted him? Like, look, I got a type. And that's why I try to tell people who are really homosexual or gay, they don't like none of this crap they're doing. They don't like when a character's sexuality is changed, because they didn't grow up reading that character. They didn't grow up watching that show and the character was like that. That's why a lot of your movies are failing, because you guys are too busy trying to have two men and a little boy trying to make a gay family, and nobody cares, not even the homosexual community. Agenda. Like I've been exposing the last few days with Malika and Stephen A. Agenda. You got agenda in sports, where it's like, what are we doing? We got agendas everywhere. It's like the stupidest thing. Your sexuality doesn't matter to me. It's how you perform in the movie, how the story captures me. Does it cultivate me? Does it make me be like, man, I gotta watch this shit again. This shit go hard. Or is it, that was alright, man. I could have saved that 15. I could have saved 15 bones on that, $15 on that. But it's just the whole principle. Like, even love movies, love story movies, some of them have been trash. They make the two people goofy as hell. Then they go through all these dumbass tropes when you, as the person watching it, is like, this is not realistic. I would not go through all this just to get her. And the woman feel the same way. I ain't finna go through all this just to attract this guy. That's how I go. People are too busy not promoting or making things that will be very intriguing, as I was saying, or very good. We'll just keep it simple. It'd be very good, something that you could watch over and over again. The replayability of anything is what counts and matters. It's not about how many people just watched it. It's about how many people go back. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. Castlevania did that for me. This new Godzilla Monarch show is doing that for me. Invincible's doing that for me. Gen V and the Boys series, Diabolical's okay, but the Boys series and Gen V cultivated me, wanted me to go back and watch more. Loki made me want to go back and watch season 1 again after watching season 2. You know, it's things like that, and we're not doing that. I'm not saying give the fans everything they want. Just give us, you could give us what we want, but we still want a good story. Like if we want God, if we want Superman versus Darkseid, yeah, that's fine and all, but lead up to the story. What's the build up to them fighting? Don't just let them fight right away. You know? If you watch, I know a lot of people don't like My Adventures of Superman. Well, a lot of people do, some don't. They were leading up to things. It was a build-up. Superman and Lois, that show. It's build-up. Like when you get to the final, the final act or bad guy, whatever, it's build-up. We don't have that anymore. Castlevania did that for me. Now, season 3 was very boring to me. Season 3 was the weakest of all 4 seasons. Season 1, 2, and 4 were basically just awesome. Goated. Season 3 was good too. It's just it was more dialogue, but season 3 was good. I liked it, all of them. It was boring as far as you're watching it, but it was very good because you saw a lot of schemes that were put into play at the beginning, followed through in season 4, and season 4 shocked everybody. My favorite character was Isaac. Not because he was black, because he started out as, I'll do whatever Dracula wants me to do. Then he finally grew out of it and said, you know what? After Dracula saved him, because it was a coup d'etat against Dracula from Carmilla. So he basically was like, man, you know, he took out I can't think of the guy's name, but he took him out. The dude that's a Viking vampire, or a vampire Viking. He took him out. God soul or God whatever, but his character grew. His character had the most growth of anybody on the show, and that's what I like. Castlevania, they named it Castlevania, yeah, but the main protagonists were the Belmont and Beldaneres, which was Cypher and Trevor, or he's Trevor. So, but Isaac was a side character. This goes out to Ahsoka and all these shows. If you want to know how to do a side character, do Isaac from Castlevania. Do Isaac. You can still have, but also have it still focus on your main protagonist, which was Trevor and Cypher. And then, of course, you would have in and out glimpses of the alucard, which was Dracula's son. You could have, I mean, they did well with him. His story was good. Even though he turned out to be bi, but that had nothing to do with it. Like, he still did it. He did his role, did great, and ended up getting a fine ass chick at the end. She said, "Yep, I'm running it." He like, damn. But I thought that Future song was gonna come on. Bitch, don't get too comfortable. Because these women on Castlevania, boy. These women on Castlevania. What's up, y'all? These women in Castlevania, boy, they take what they want. Boy, I was like, man, this is my type of show. Man, the one vampire chick came in there. Just took the Forge Master's man, just took the man's stick. She said, give it to me. She done fell in love and he done screwed her so good, she done lost track of what she wanted to do in season 4. She was pushing off deadlines. Look, you just gotta get better, just work harder. Man, shit, that's what happened when you give her the dick. You give her the dick. Boy, she don't know how to act. She like, oh God, here's all my money. Shit. Man, but the Forge Master, like, that was what shocked me. I thought Isaac was finna kill his ass. Isaac said, you know what? Revenge is for children. We're not children. We're gonna do what we have to do. You see, Isaac's character grew because he's never experienced the outside world. He was so traumatized. Him and the other guy, who was like his brother, but they really weren't. They were brothers, but they weren't real close. But Dracula always said, I wish you two would be friends. Like, wish y'all would be brothers and have a better relationship. Because Dracula knew. Dracula saw he lost his mind. He just wanted to be with his wife. He didn't want to be with his wife. He was happy. Dracula was like, listen, I lived for a bunch of years. I got some good cooter, fine ass chick who's smart, who got direction, know what she want to do. We can get together, boom. Now, you had that, and at the end, death, this is what I love about it. Death was controlling everything. He had everything under wraps, which I liked. And then Belmont, which was Trevor, he said, I love you to Cypher. And, I thought he died, but he didn't. What happened is Saint Germain opened the portal at the last minute, pushed Belmont out, and he replaced Belmont and went in with Death, putting Death back in his place. And that's why at the end he lived. But Cypher, boy, she ain't speak for 2 weeks. That's how you know you got some good stick. When your chick, you die or you pass on, she don't talk to nobody for 2 weeks. And then she found out she was pregnant, which I knew that was going to be written in. But it was great how he came up at the end, and then all of a sudden she just started getting mad. But it was good. The show was good. I didn't play the games like that. I got to talk to my brother Marlon, because he plays more video games than I did, really. I got to talk to him about it. And he'll let me know some things about the game. I'm going to see if he watched the movie. If he did, maybe you guys in the comment section could tell me if y'all enjoyed the movie. But Isaac is the reason, is if you're going to write a show, you develop a character. All of the characters' development was great. The alucards, he started to learn to accept people. He got screwed over by 2 people he brought in his home. He started hating the world. And it took for the girl Greta to basically get him out of that. Like, everybody had great growth, but Isaac was my favorite character because Isaac grew the most. He grew the most. Like, he didn't want to use his bringing demons back from hell as monsters for nefarious plans. He didn't want to do that. He wanted to basically turn a new leaf. And that's what the captain on the boat told him. He said, look, like, why do you want to do all this? It sounds like it's Dracula stuff. Like, how about you use your power to teach people your ways? Everybody's not going to be that way. That he said, shit, even me. I've done crooked stuff. I done been horrible. But that one dude who made you laugh, who gave you that mirror, what happened? He was a regular human. So all of us aren't bad. And that's the facts. And that's why I said this is a great show. the character development and the story was awesome. Like all of it. Like 3.5 out of 4, man. It was great. But if you're going to write a character, if you're going to do a side character, you make them like Isaac. This goes to Ahsoka. This is why your show sucked at the last minute, because you weren't showing enough Ahsoka. Second of all, Sabine, you were making her irritating. Sabine should have came in like Isaac was. Very humble, very quiet, stuck in their ways to the goal at hand. And then, you know, when the person gets separated from them and all of that, boom, that's what you do. You go on. You move on with the character. That Sabine's character got less and less great each episode. Isaac proved that you can make a character, a side character, better, any character. Even Death, how they had Death as this regular dude, and then at the end of the day, Death tricked everybody. Death was tricking Saint Germain because he needed that power, that alchemy to open up the world so he could bring Dracula back so he could start eating. It was a very good plan. Something that a lot of people don't know about. The misdirection was crazy in this. So that's all I got today, man. Thank y'all for listening, man. You know, y'all have a great day. I'm out. Deezy.